The Justice for Children Advocacy Center is a one-stop shop for children and families who have experienced any kind of physical or sexual assault. So prior to the establishment of child advocacy centers, the whole system was kind of disjointed. People were kind of working in their silos. So, for example, the child would disclose to their teacher, and then the teacher would bring in the principal, the counselor, the school nurse. And so there's a handful of times the child had to explain what happened to them, and then the police might be called, and they would explain either in the school or in the police station, or in the worst case scenario in the home where the abuse is occurring. And then potentially child protection would become involved, and that's another person, and on down the line. They would need to talk to doctors and counselors and prosecutors, with everybody very well intentioned in doing their jobs well, but not doing it collaboratively. So the child was having to disclose what happened to them many times, which is traumatic. So what the Child Advocacy Center does is bring everybody to the table, both at the time of the interview of the child, which ideally is only happening once, with the involved members of the investigation team observing and providing input to the interviewer. And then as the case proceeds through, the initial team works together through that process, not only to gather information for the case, but to provide the child with support, provide the family with support, because one of the things that we found that keeps kids healthy and reduces the risk of the child kind of taking back what they disclose is a supportive family environment. So we work very closely with parents to make sure that they're meeting the needs of their kids and that they're feeling supported and informed themselves. We also provide medical services. We have a medical room right on site so that kids can come in. They don't have to go to a hospital. They don't have to deal with kind of the hustle and bustle of the emergency room. Everything that we provide is grant funded, so there's no cost to the family. In a typical year, we usually see in the realm of 200 to 250 cases. Nationally, it's 1 in 10 children are victims of sexual abuse, and the numbers are even higher for physical abuse and neglect. The majority of the children that we do see are victims of sexual abuse, about 90%. One of the things that we do is we make ourselves available for people who just have questions and need to kind of process out, is what I'm seeing a problem? Is this normal behavior? What can I do from here? And so we're available to kind of hash that out. So someone with a suspicion can call. Our number is area code 585-344-8576. We always have an advocate available to talk. And again, give the caller information, give the caller options, and let them know what's available. It's a scary step sometimes because people are concerned that they're making an allegation against an innocent person, or that the person will get a label for life. But the fact is, as good as the multidisciplinary team is for the child, it's also really good for the system as a whole, because you have people who are trained to do this, very skilled in both working with the child and investigating the crime. So if someone did do something wrong, then we're going to get to the bottom of it. And if it was a misunderstanding, we're going to get to the bottom of that too.